Hello. Can you hear me? Cool. There's a little delay. I'm learning about this, how to live stream on YouTube, and probably wasn't a good idea. I was kind of testing and didn't realize that I was going to go live right now, and somehow I've already got 9 people watching. How did you know that I was doing it? Cool. Well, not to disappoint anyone here, but I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this because I'm just kind of testing it. And my dog's not feeling good, and I got to take a shower, and my wife's in there trying to get my kid to sleep. So I was just seeing if I could do it. It's something that I've been wanting to toy around with since they changed how you do it. Used to, you could live stream through the Google Hangouts app, and now they've changed it where you've got to download an encoder onto your machine, and then you've got a streaming key, and yeah. So I basically just literally was trying to see if I could get it to work, and I got it to work. So I'm not going to stay on too long, but I'll try to answer some of your questions. And I know there's a delay between you guys typing and me answering, and I'm sorry for that. Um, First of all, how would you rate this past ship to the others? I'm assuming you're talking about the Carnival Sunshine, which I was on last week. It is a fantastic ship, and I know it was the first Fun Ship 2.0 ship I've been on, but I mean, I really really liked it. I liked all the dining options, and it was just it was really cool. So it's probably among one of my favorites. I don't know if all the 2.0 ships are as good as that one or not, um, but I really did enjoy it. What else do we get here? Yes, it's really live, Eric Mason. Maybe delayed, but somewhat live. You hear about the car wreck in Watkinsville? No, I'm not. I'm not close to Watkinsville. Um, I don't know much about that area, and I actually don't watch the news or anything. So unless it's super local, I don't find out about things like that. Um, does the Carnival Magic have the 2.0 update? I don't know. I hadn't been on the Magic. A friend of mine was on it right before I went on my cruise, but it was his first Carnival cruise. And so I don't know if he had anything to really compare it to, and I didn't ask a lot of questions. He said he enjoyed it, but I'm not sure if it has all of the 2.0 stuff or just some of it, because it's my understanding most of the Dream class ships are considered 2.0 ships, but they may not have everything that the others have. Um, you're in Lawrenceville. I know where Lawrenceville is. Um, I don't go there often, but I know where it is. And you're welcome. What is the cost of a decent average cruise? I've never been on one, but would love to go on one. Um, that's kind of a difficult question to answer. This poor dog. I don't know if he's got kennel cough or what the deal is, but he has not been feeling good, and he doesn't want to get out of my lap for some reason. So the cost of a decent average cruise depends on a lot of things. The cruise line you go on, where you want to go, whether or not you're going to be flying to the port, driving to the port, whether you're going to do excursions in the port, the type of room that you get, whether an inside cabin's fine or you want a balcony. So there's a whole lot there to consider. But I'll just throw out a number to have a really good cruise. I mean, you're going to be looking obviously over $1,000. For like a 5-day cruise for a couple people, it's going to be over $1,000 just to get on the ship. Then you got gratuities and money that you're going to want to spend on board and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know how to really give you a good average cruise price, but maybe that's helpful. You booked on the Carnival Vista June 11th next year, leaving out of Miami. That's awesome. I've been seeing stuff about the Vista. I really wish I could go on it. If I had known, I don't know. It's hard to phrase this. We were going to take some people with us on the Sunshine that backed out kind of at the last minute. And if I had known that they weren't going to go, then we may have taken a different cruise and we may have waited and went on the Vista. So I'm glad I got to see the Sunshine, but I really want to go on the Vista. Going on the Magic on September 3rd. Hopefully the Hub app will be installed by then. I had the Hub app for the Sunshine, and it was pretty cool. It's kind of like having the fun times on your phone. You can see when the restaurants are open and when the activities are, shows what time they start, all that kind of stuff. Plus there's a chat feature which I didn't really use. So do you know all the updates the Valor is receiving? I don't. I actually found out from one of you guys that the Valor's in dry dock, and apparently it's in Freeport, which I was just in Freeport, and I didn't see it there. I don't know if it was visible from where we were or not, but I didn't notice it there. You're really not comfortable, and I'm not comfortable, dog. Thanks. I'm gonna probably have to take him to the vet. I don't know what his problem is. Check the Carnival YouTube channel for Vista updates. Yep. Carnival Vista is sailing. It will be in Miami this November. Yep. It leaves out this month for the first time. Yep. It left yesterday for the first time at 12 o'clock. Yeah, this is kind of fun. I might like to live stream sometime when I'm prepared. I mean, it's pretty dark in here, and I'm kind of far away from the camera and all that stuff. But now that I kind of know how to do it, I could prepare and maybe do a little live thing every so often. Maybe notify onto my Facebook and stuff to get more people here, because we've got 12 people watching. So that's pretty cool for an impromptu session. What's up, Gamer for Life? Not a lot here. Just it's rained almost since we got back. We landed in Atlanta on Friday, and it was 87 degrees, and it has rained ever since, off and on. It's raining right now. It's thundering out there, so I'm just listening to the sound of the rain and playing with this video encoder streaming dealio and talking to you guys. Are you gonna make it? The poor dog. He's just not doing good. I try to lay him on the bed so he'll be more comfortable, and as soon as I put him down, he'll come running back over here and jump in my lap. He just really wants to be by his people. This is awesome. This is the first time I've been on a live stream as well. Actually, that's not true, David. I've done a live stream before, like I said, the old way, when you could do it through Google Hangouts and broadcast to YouTube. But this is the first time I've done it using the new method of having to have a stream encoder and all of that stuff. But it is pretty neat. And like I said, I could prepare for this a little bit better, and I could probably do some stuff more often now that I can do it. Hey Joe, love your channel and videos, and just wanted to stop by and say hi. Just a quick question: do you have any experience on the MSC? I don't have any experience on any other cruise line than Carnival. I hate to disappoint, but I'm pretty brand loyal. They've been good to me, and they were my first. So I've always gone with Carnival, and I've been on 8 different ships with them, and I really have enjoyed them. I've been docked beside some MSC ships, but I've never been on any of them and never really seen much because it's not a brand I'm personally interested in at this point. I haven't even looked up video reviews, but maybe there are some on YouTube that you could look at. Gamer for Life, I do have a Snapchat. I don't use it very often. I actually use it more often to talk to my wife just because it works through Wi-Fi, and sometimes we're in places we don't have service, like at work or whatever. We can connect through the Wi-Fi and talk because she does not have an iPhone, so we can't use iMessage. So we sometimes use Snapchat to talk back and forth, and I don't really post much stuff to my story. You're welcome to follow me on Snapchat. It's probably, I forget, but I think it's just Joe Somebody 1986 is my username. And if you follow me on Facebook, at some point on there I posted the little picture that you can scan and follow me. But like I said, I don't really promote it much because I don't use it much. Thank you, Kaylin. Hope the puppy feels better too. He's kind of got me worried. There's a thing called kennel cough that dogs can get whenever they've been boarded in a kennel, and of course that's where he was while we were on our vacation. He had his kennel cough shot, but he had it pretty much the first day we dropped him off, and apparently, according to a vet friend of mine, it's not effective if he gets it the day you drop him off, which our vet didn't tell us. So we're hoping it's not kennel cough, but if he doesn't get better pretty soon, we're going to have to take him to the vet because he's been a little, not lethargic, but just more tired, more wanting to be around people and sneezing a lot. Do you know why the pools on the ships use salt water instead of fresh water? That's interesting. Probably because they can pump the water directly out of the ocean and into the pools. And on some ships I've been on, which this was years ago that I remember this, if you were in the pool at night, they would just suck the water out of the pool. And then whenever it was getting ready to open again, they would just draw water back into it. And where are you going? You sure you don't want to lay on the bed? Because there's an empty whole thing. But they probably do that just because it's easier for them to dispose of salt water, pump it from the ocean, versus just using their freshwater supply. But I really don't know. And I don't know if all ships use the salt water. If they do, maybe they still treat it with chlorine, because the pool I was in on the Sunshine seemed to be chlorinated. And I mean, I didn't taste the water on purpose, but I don't remember it being salt water. Braxton, I would love to post more. I really would. I'm looking for ways right now to perpetuate this, because it's really a cool thing that we've got going here. The biggest problem is that I can't cruise all the time. I can't afford to. I'm just like everybody else. So it's really hard for me to come up with things that I can do and do well when I'm here in Georgia and not able to be on a ship or be around a ship. So people don't like to see my daily vlogs. I used to daily vlog. I used to do skits. I used to do all kinds of stuff, and they just they're not really that popular. So I try to stick to the cruising travel stuff and just have a little bit of my personal life stuff occasionally, but it's just really hard. And between working a full-time job, doing some consulting on the side, taking care of the dog and the wife and the kid and jeeping and everything else I got going on, I don't know that any of it's interesting enough to film, and I have a hard time coming up with content and everything, and it's just difficult. But it's not that I want to leave you guys hanging. I wish I had tons of stuff to post about. But, I'm sure you guys, if I post something dumb that nobody cares about, it's no good. So, would I ever bring back the podcast? I don't know. It was not wildly popular either. The shows were long. They were only edited a little bit, which was easy. But I say a lot. I don't have a good live personality. I don't have a good like podcast personality. So I would really need to edit it more to streamline it, to take out all the and the mess ups and stuff like that. But it wasn't wildly popular because I'm kind of a nerd, but not all the cruise fan people are. So it was a difficult thing for me. I kind of think if I brought something like that back and it was technology oriented, it would need to be on its own channel. Now, if I did a cruise related podcast or something like that, I might could do it here. Have you seen the Sea Cruisers YouTube channel? Oddly enough, I don't watch a lot of YouTube. I used to. That's how I got started making videos. Was I used to watch YouTube all the time and decided I wanted to make some stuff. But I don't watch a lot of stuff. I don't watch a lot of anything really. We watch some stuff on Netflix occasionally, but so I haven't seen Sea Cruisers. The only couple of things that I've seen even lately were probably things that were posted on the Carnival channel about the Vista. I remember you posting that Carnival acknowledged you on this cruise. Care to share any stories about that? Well, legally, I'm going to have to put a disclosure in my video this time for the Federal Trade Commission, because if I'm doing any sort of recap, review, anything, and they gave me anything, it could be misconstrued as them paying me for a good review or something like that. So legally, I'm required now to do some disclosure. So there'll be more information about the stuff that they did in my upcoming videos about the Sunshine. But basically, they just I reached out to the right person there finally after several years of me trying to communicate with them, and they did pretty good by us, and they gave us some stuff like we got priority check-in this year, even though we're just gold members. They gave us the free Wi-Fi, so I could post the pictures and stuff like that, because I would have had to buy the internet package anyway, because my job requires that I'm available to at least check my email. So I would have had to buy it, but they gave it to me. They also gave us free dinner reservations in each of, well, not each of the restaurants, in two of the restaurants, in GG Asian Kitchen and the Fahrenheit 555. And then the hotel director, when they found out, that I do this and that we were on board, the hotel director gave us a couple little odds and ends. They gave us a bottle of wine, a fruit basket, some other things. So they really treated us good this year, and I appreciate what they did for us. And I actually just wrote a letter to them at 4 o'clock this afternoon, back to that person I had been talking to, and thanking them for everything that they had done, because it made the trip really really special for me, because I've been doing this for a while, and Carnival didn't know that I existed, it seemed like. So so it was nice. Between that and I ran into a bunch of people that follow me or watch me or have seen me, that came up and shook my hand and thanked me for making videos, and told us that they really appreciated what I did, because it helped them know what to do when we went to Freeport and stuff like that. So so between the Carnival staff treating us like royalty and running into people that knew who we were, it was really, it was an amazing experience. But I'm rambling. So anyway, more about that will come later. Like I said, I have to disclose it in the videos, because legally I have to disclose it, so that nobody could ever say that the Carnival paid me or compensated me in any way so that I would give a positive review. I have to disclose I did not pay as a customer, that it was given to me. But it's still going to be 100% honest review, and because that's just how I roll. And let's see. Could I do travel hacks and tips? I'm thinking about doing some stuff like that, especially this time we flew. So, packing in general can be fun. Packing for a cruise can be overwhelming. Packing to go through TSA airport security can be a nightmare. So I'm thinking about doing some stuff about just general travel, packing, stuff like that. But again, I'm not an expert. I'm just a regular guy. I've been on 8 cruises. I've flown this time, and 15 years ago I flew. That's it. We don't fly very often. This was my wife's first flight. So we really don't have a ton of great tips or things that I think everybody knows. Maybe they don't, but I'm looking into that some, and I'll see if there's something there that I can make. I'm sitting just far enough away from the computer it's hard to read the comments, and I can't scoot up or I'll smush the doggy. So pardon me for squinting like an old man. Not sure if this is true or not, but I thought I read somewhere about a port coming to Savannah. I haven't heard that. That doesn't mean it's not true. There's a lot up and down the coast. You got them from Charleston, Jacksonville, Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, Port Canaveral, Miami. I mean, you got them all up and down there. You've even got, I think Mobile might have had one. Norfolk, Virginia, New Orleans. So there's a lot in this area. So I don't know that they really need another port in Savannah, but that doesn't mean it's not true. And I haven't heard that myself. But I don't know everything by any means. I'm bored. You've been around for a while. I remember you. What's up? Later, Braxton. What happened to the videos? What videos? I made a video once. I guess that was in January. I don't know. It's difficult. You guys know how it is. I mean, I don't want to make crap. I don't want to make something that nobody wants to watch. I have a hard time coming up with good ideas, developing the good ideas lately, and quite frankly, finding the time, to make it something good. I don't want to just, hurry through and make crap because nobody wants to watch that. So, every time I say I'm working on it, it never happens. But I'm working on it. So don't hold me to that. Jacob Wagner, you love my videos, or I love you. Could you please make the cruise more vlog like they used to be? I don't know what that means, like they used to be. Because they started out not really being vloggy. They started out being very informational, and then the last 2 I thought I did more vloggy. It was more about our experience. But you have people that want it both ways. You have people that say, oh, I don't want it so vloggy because I don't care about you. I just care about the trip, and I want to see everything that I'm going to experience on my own cruise. And then you have the other people that say, hey, I really like you, and I want to see it from your perspective and see what y'all did every second of every day. So it's going to probably be somewhere in between. Unfortunately, we didn't cruise, or we didn't film as much of this cruise, or not in the same style as we normally do, because we didn't really feel good the first couple of days. These were all ports we'd been to before. So we didn't even get off the ship in Freeport at all. And now I'm going to choke to death. So I'll do the best I can, and hopefully it's a decent video. But I wouldn't have high hopes. I mean, some of the footage is cool. The sunshine is cool. But personally, and my wife says I say this every year, but personally I'm not a big fan of what I've filmed this year. And I think that going to the same ports gets boring. Going to the Bahamas, and like I said, the same exact ports 2 years in a row. And so I don't think that it's going to blow anybody away, but I think it'll be a pretty good video. 1 or 2. I don't think it's going to be 5, just because, like I said, the ports are not different, so I didn't want to film the same exact stuff. Where's my vlog channel name? I do everything right here. Gamer for Life. I only have 1 channel because I'm not really big enough to need multiple channels. I may eventually have multiple channels, just depends. But for right now, I do everything all right here in one place, and that's pretty much it. I have my Facebook that I post stuff to, and I have this YouTube channel. So there's no separate channel for vlogs. There's no separate channel for technology stuff or Jeep stuff or anything. I just kind of post whatever all right here, which is probably not the best idea, but I don't want to have, you know, like 20 different channels, because this one's for vlog, this one's for off-roading, this one's for cruising, this one's for, you know, family stuff. Like, I don't know. I think it's better for me to keep it all together for the time being. Why are you surprised that I remember you? When you're bored, I mean, it just stood on my head. Your username is I'm bored. I thought it used to be 2000, now it says 200. Maybe I was wrong. Did you get hooked on balcony rooms? We had one for our honeymoon, and now I need at least an ocean view every time. I don't think that I will require a balcony room. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. It was beautiful. I think the ocean view is not a bad way to go. If it came down to me not cruising or cruising with a balcony, well, wait, I don't know if I said that right. Being live is so much pressure. If it came down to I had to have an inside cabin or I couldn't cruise that year due to budget reasons or whatever, I would definitely go back with an inside cabin. That's not a problem. Dream cruise, dream cabin, dream line, dream ship, dream itinerary. What? Did I say dream cruise? Carnival dream is what I meant. See, I told you I was wrong. It's always been on board 200, and I was thinking it was 2000. So, just went to Half Moon Cay 3 weeks ago. Absolutely heaven. I love Half Moon Cay. It's one of my favorite ports. And even though I like to go there, I don't want to go back next year or for the next couple years, because I want fresh content to make videos about, and I like to explore, different stuff. But I really enjoy Half Moon Cay. It's gorgeous, and we always are lucky to have great weather when we go. Will you ever come to the West Coast like California? I'd love to. They do a thing in California called VidCon, and when I first got into making videos, I always wanted to go to VidCon and could never afford to go, and now I don't make anything but really travel stuff, and I think VidCon more appeals to the daily vloggers and the ones that do sketch comedy and stuff like that, so I haven't had a reason to go to VidCon. But we'll probably start venturing out to the West Coast for cruises anyway, because there's some good ones that leave there. You got the Mexican Riviera. Probably also going to have to head out to Seattle at some point and see if we can head to Alaska. I got a lot of plans. I got a lot of dreams. I don't know if I'll get to do them all, but, I'd like to. So how do you get recognized by the cruise line? Just constantly posting. I don't know what that means. How do I get? I mean, I've been doing this for over 5 years. I guess 6 years in August. I've been on 8 cruises, and I've filmed all but 2 of them. And I've had 1.4 million views on my channel, and I've had a lot of other people on my behalf reach out to Carnival, and I finally got connected up with the right people at Carnival, and they look at this as a form of almost like advertisement. It's the new media advertisement. And again, that's why I've got to do FTC regulated disclosures about the things that they gave me, because I'm making the videos because I want to, not because they ask me to, and I'm also doing it from my perspective as an average cruiser. Not as any kind of professional, not as anyone that's paid, So, but they see it as an opportunity, since I'm going to do the review, to let me see more of the ship for free, to let me dine for free and stuff, because I might not have been able to afford it myself. They see it as an opportunity for me to share my experiences as free advertising for them, and that's why they do those things. So, if you gain an audience of people, if you've got 5,000 subscribers and over 1 million views, they start to pay attention to you and try to help you because it helps them. But I'm in no shape, form, or fashion big in the cruise and travel vlogging realms, and I'm kind of surprised, honestly, that they did do the things that they did for us, and that's why I'm so grateful to them. Um, which would be your dream cruise, including dream itinerary and cabin and such? I've been wanting to go on the Breeze for a while. Now I want to go on the Vista. Um, but I can't say that those would be my dream because I've never been on them to know for sure that I would like them. But I'm pretty sure that I would like them. Dream itinerary, again, I don't know. I really like Grand Cayman, Grand Turk, Half Moon Cay. um, I liked Roatan. But there's several ports that I have not been to. Amber Cove, St. Kitts. So it's really hard to even say dream itinerary because I'd really like to be on a new ship and go to new ports because that's where I really come alive and explore and make the best videos because I'm excited that it's all new. So my dream actually would probably be to be on a new ship, going to new places. Cabin, I mean, from personal experience, a balcony is the way to go. I imagine that the suites are even better, and I know that there are some very expensive cabins available for like $10,000 a week that are multiple rooms, multiple bathrooms, and there's no way in the world that I am ever going to get one of those. Would you go on the Sunshine again? Definitely. I definitely would. I love that ship. Matter of fact, I would. Right after our cruise, they were doing a 9-day and going to some places I had not been before, and I just wanted to stay on it because I liked the ship that much, and I'd go on it again in a heartbeat as long as it was going somewhere that was not the same Bahamas cruise that we've always done. Always get an interior room and splurge on the other things. I hear you. We spent like $170 on pictures this year. Buying drinks, everything. It gets expensive, and so that's normally us. Interior room. Carnival did not give us any kind of free upgrade or anything. So we did splurge on it just to try it. It was something, again, going to the Sunshine ports, we wanted to do something a little different. So we were on a new ship and in balcony room for the first time, and it was good. But I definitely understand doing the interior room and splurging on other things because if you do cruising, there's different styles of cruising, but most people like to not stay in the room a whole lot and get out. Now, if you're somebody that just wants to relax and be left alone, you really can't beat a balcony. How about Napa? I don't know much about Napa. I don't know much about California, period. I know I wanted to go to Los Angeles, and the VidCon thing is in Anaheim, but like I said, never been anywhere that way. So I don't know specifically about Napa, whether I want to go or would ever go, but there's a couple things in my life I've learned to never turn down. Free education and free travel. So if there's ever a reason for my job to send me there or for anything like that, I'm going. Matter of fact, we've got a plant in Hong Kong, and if they want to send me to Hong Kong, I'm going to Hong Kong. When you get sunburned, AF, ooh, naughty, and your skin peels. What about it? That happens. Use some aloe, use some sunscreen, maybe you won't get burned. Do you ever take your child on a cruise? Why or why not? I haven't yet. My child has some hyperactivity, behavioral stuff. He's 4.5 years old, and knowing that I need to be able to film and that I need to be able, especially on the Sunshine, to go to all the different dinner options and not feel like we can't take our time and film and take pictures because he was being ugly, just wasn't something I felt like doing. And also didn't really want to leave him in Camp Carnival or anything like that through the whole trip. So he went and stayed with my parents and with my wife's parents. So he got kind of a vacation, didn't have to go to his daycare stuff like he normally did. And he had a good time. They took him, riding go-karts and fishing and all kinds of stuff. So he still got a vacation, but we have not taken him yet. And we might take him on the next one. We've been kind of talking about that. I scrolled too fast. Oopsie. Will I be able to post a live stream as a video? I think so. I think I can. I don't know if I will, or maybe I will and then take it off later because I didn't really fill out the info, the name and the description and all that stuff. So I may fool around with it and post it if it's something that you want to see. Sorry that you've got to leave. Love you too. See you later. You said love to see it later. I'm like, love you. Bye. I'm tired. It's 11 o'clock. Okay. Going to Grand Cayman in July. Any recommendations? I went to Grand Cayman in 2013, I think, on the Freedom. And we went to a place called 7 Mile Beach. And there was a particular place, I can't remember the name of it. If you go look at my video, there's a link maybe in the description, or maybe it pops on the screen that tells you the name of the resort area that we actually went to. That was pretty cool, the bar and the grill and all that. And I would recommend to go there only because I didn't go anywhere else. That's all I know. It's a taxi ride from where the ship docks, and it's a pretty cool place. Have you ever been behind the phone tour? No, I would love to. And I actually wondered if I did that, if they would let me film it. Probably not, or else I'd show it on YouTube and people wouldn't want to pay for it. But I'd really like to do that at some point. I'm doing a good job. Thank you. If you want a new... Also, if you want a new style ship, I woy. Okay, not sure what that means. I'm not very bright, so even if that made sense, it went right over my head. Napa and its area is famous for wine. I'm not a big wine drinker, period. There's certain things in life I've always wondered if I just missed the boat on. Hey, there's a pun there, missed the boat. Wine is one of them. I drink wine. Carnival gave us a free bottle of wine. We drank some of it and left the rest of it in the room when we got off the ship, to be honest. It's just not a flavor that I love. I don't love beer either. I like some girly mixed drinks and all that kind of stuff, but me and my wife, neither one really are big fans of wine. But it's probably because you buy a cheap box of wine at Walmart, you know. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, I said box of wine. Look forward to the next live stream. Got to get some sleep. Yeah, I know that. We'll talk to you later, David. I really should be getting off here. I've got some stuff I got to do. That's cool. My dog is dreaming and making weird facial expressions. I did go to Jamaica. I thought it was really pretty. We went to Ocho Rios also in 2013 on the Freedom. And my wife had gotten sun poisoning before we got there. So we didn't do much there. We took a bus tour, that kind of stuff. We didn't go to any beaches or anything. And even though it was really pretty, everybody like begged us to death to buy this, buy that, buy this. And it was a very high pressure situation. So I can't really convince my wife to go back to Jamaica, but I did like it and think it was very pretty. I just didn't see as much of it as I'd like to. We'll see ya. I'm bored. Thank you for coming by here, and you're welcome. Gotta quit coughing. I'm probably going to leave myself now. Like I said, it's 11:03. I know there's 18 people watching, and I'm glad that there's so many people watching, and I wish that I had actually planned to do this. That way I could have, said something about it on my Facebook or whatever, instead of just sitting here all Cadillac and pitch black with a dog in my lap, coughing and looking like an IT guy after a long day of a first day back to work. You're welcome. Hi Day Panda. Well, you guys have been fun. Anybody got any last minute questions before I go? Because we've been doing this for 39 minutes, almost right at 40 minutes now. Goodness. It does not seem like it's been that long. Anybody got anything else you want me to answer? Because I'm fixing to shut her down. I know there's a delay, so I'm going to wait a minute here. What do you do in IT? I'm bored. You said you were leaving. Okay? You said I'm leaving, and then you didn't leave. I am just a regular IT guy. I work for a manufacturing company, and I do all of their, pretty much everything. We've got a programmer that works there that maintains their ERP system. And then there's me that does all the switching, routing, wireless access points, Windows servers, applications, all that stuff. That's all me. Phones, printers. See anybody that's leaving. My favorite video game. I have been in and out of the gaming thing. Um, owie. I have a PlayStation 4 right now, and I have not been able to play it as of late. Same thing, just had a lot going on, and can't even remember the last time I turned it on. But I liked Grand Theft Auto. Um, I had the Battlefield games and Call of Duty and stuff. Those are ones I tend to play the most. But I haven't played anything in quite a while. All right, last minute stuff. Anybody got anything? Anybody? Okay, I'm bored. We'll see you, man. I think you're a man. I'm pretty sure you're a man. I know, you sleepy. If you don't get better, I'm going to take you back to the vet. And they might be mean to you. All right, well, I'm not seeing any new questions pop up. So, there's 15 people left. I hope everybody has a good evening. And I really probably should have been editing the sunshine videos right now because people are like, when are you going to post the videos? I'm like, I'm working on them. And then I'm sitting here goofing off. But thanks for coming on here and helping me test this out. It was something I wanted to try for a while since I noticed they changed how it worked because I wanted to see if there's something I could do. And this would be really cool if I could have done this from the ship because I had the internet. The lag would have probably been terrible, but it would have been cool. Have you seen the Infinite Warfare trailer? No. I've heard of Infinite Warfare. It's the latest Call of Duty, I believe, but I haven't seen the trailer. You're welcome. Have a good night. I don't know about Europe. There's not much of Europe that so far has just stood out as something I've got to do, plus the travel is a lot more expensive. Though I'm not saying I have anything against Europe, it's just not something that's high on the radar right now. Can I do a travel blog? How to for YouTube? I don't know. That's also something that I've toyed with. A couple people have asked me if I could show like how I make videos or how I do whatever. And what I might do, no, I don't know. See, it would give you kind of a sneak peek, but I was thinking I could actually live stream me editing. So it would show my desktop while I was editing and kind of show you behind the scenes, but I don't want to give too much of the video away. So I don't know. We'll figure out a way to do that. Can I do more live streams in the future? Sure, as long as there's somebody that wants to watch it. I just don't want it to take away from the regular video making because if you guys have questions, that you want answered, if you send them to me on Facebook or whatever, it might inspire me to answer it, which will make a video that other people would find helpful versus me sitting on here for 45 minutes clearing my throat and complaining. So, the live streams are fun and they're more personal, and I like to hear back from you guys versus me just talking and hoping that everybody's, enjoying everything. But like I said, I just don't want it to take away from making videos or replace making videos. Live streams are great, I think. I think so too. Why does it say music videos on your channel? I used to make everything. I need to change that banner. I need to make a new one. But I used to make a little bit of everything. I made vlogs. I made music videos. I did some like comedy type stuff. I did just a little bit of everything over the time I've been doing this. I did not start out to be any kind of travel, cruise, anything. I just created a channel and started making whatever I felt like making. And so when I made the banner, I was at a point where the cruising was the predominant thing that everybody kind of cared about, but I was still trying to push the fact that I do other things because I didn't want people to subscribe to my channel thinking that I was only a cruise person or only a travel person. I look tired. I am tired. I wanted to kind of stress the fact that if you subscribe to my channel, you may see one cruise video a year or 2 or 3 cruise related videos a year and then have to see other things, but now I don't really make other stuff. I should do a Q&A video, but you guys got to ask the Q's and I'll do the A's. And that's kind of been my thing. And I've even posted, probably years ago now on my Facebook that I was going to make a video. If anybody had any questions, let me know, and I would answer them, and I'll get a lot of response. So I am tired, Pedro. One of my ex-girlfriends, her grandpa used to call her Pedro. I don't know why. So every time I see Pedro, I want to say Pedro. My favorite YouTubers. Well, like I said before, I don't watch YouTube anywhere near as much as I used to. But the ones that I used to watch a lot were Philip DeFranco, Shay Carl and the Shaytards, Ray William Johnson, Toby Turner, Tobuscus. Matter of fact, in my Carnival Dream video, I was wearing a Tobuscus T-shirt. But I just don't keep up with them anymore since I've just been busy and lazier. I don't know. Always vote for Pedro. Okay, I said I was going. It's been 47 minutes. I haven't gone yet. So you guys, if you have more questions, go over to my Facebook, facebook.com/JoeSomebody1986. Put questions out there, put questions wherever, and maybe I'll make a Q&A video, or we can do another live stream sometime when I'm more prepared for it. So I appreciate everybody being here, the 11 of you that are left watching, and I hope everybody has a good evening. And he's snoring. I don't know if you can hear it. But anyway, y'all have a good evening, and we will do this again sometime. And now I got to figure out how to end it. Okay, I think I figured it out. Goodbye.